His real name was Aristocles. Plato was a nickname given by his wrestling coach, meaning broad, a reference to his wide shoulders. He was an athlete before he was a philosopher. He apparently competed in the Isthmian Games. Then he met Socrates, and everything changed. Plato was around 20 years old when he encountered the strange old man who wandered the streets of Athens asking questions nobody wanted to answer. Socrates believed that wisdom began with admitting you knew nothing. He spent his life demonstrating this to other people, usually by publicly dismantling whatever they thought they understood. Athens tolerated it until it didn't. In 399 BC, Socrates was tried for impiety and corrupting the youth. He was found guilty. He was offered a chance to leave Athens forever. He refused. He drank hemlock in his cell and died. Plato watched it happen, and then he picked up a pen and spent the next 50 years trying to make sense of it. Almost everything we know about Socrates comes from Plato's dialogues, conversations between Socrates and various Athenians, covering justice, love, beauty, the soul, the state. Socrates himself wrote nothing. Plato was his memory. Eventually, Plato began adding his own ideas, putting them in Socrates' mouth because he believed his teacher would have agreed. The most famous is the Allegory of the Cave. Imagine prisoners chained in a cave since birth. They face a blank wall. Behind them, people carry objects past a fire, casting shadows on the wall. The prisoners have never seen anything but shadows. They believe the shadows are reality. One prisoner escapes. He sees the fire. He sees the objects. He walks out into sunlight and, slowly, painfully, his eyes adjust. He sees the actual world for the first time. He goes back to tell the others. They don't believe him. They think the shadows are real. They would rather kill him than change their minds. The allegory is about everything: education, politics, enlightenment, the cost of truth. It has been cited in philosophy, theology, cognitive science, film theory, and physics for 2,400 years. Countless films and stories are explicitly built on it. Plato also gave us the first serious theory of love. In the Symposium, various Athenians give speeches about eros. One speech describes humans as originally having 4 arms, 4 legs, and 2 faces, until Zeus split them in half. Love is the search for your other half. Platonic love, the word comes from him, originally meant spiritual love that transcends the physical. The idea that 2 souls could recognize each other across time. He founded the Academy around 387 BC in a grove outside Athens. It ran for over 900 years. It is the first institution of higher learning in the Western world. One of its students was Aristotle, who would eventually go on to teach Alexander the Great. The teacher taught the teacher, who taught the conqueror. Plato died around 348 BC, in his 80s, reportedly at a wedding feast. He had been writing until the end. The philosopher Alfred North Whitehead wrote that all of Western philosophy is a series of footnotes to Plato. A wrestler who became a student who became the keeper of a dead man's ideas, a keeper who then generated enough new ideas to outlast every empire his city had ever seen. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. He had broad shoulders. He used them to carry something heavy across 24 centuries.